such type of the secondary metabolites within them. And so, depending upon the intensity and concentration of these chemical contents in the plants, these plants are used for certain types of ailments. They are remedy for the certain types of ailments. Then the medicinal properties of plants must be known to mankind because of actually it is known to us since from the evolution. Since from the ancient people, they started using the different plants either for as a edible or in the form of the ailments, just to treat some diseases or skin diseases, not to consume only but to apply also they can use. So the wild animals actually, they whatever the wild animals they consume, the wild human being, I can say, they just observe what the animals are eating, what effects are there on them, and then according to that the man started using and recording the plants for their benefit. So almost every content used in the plants as for the medicinal purpose. Asian countries like India, China have international recognition with their regular practice of herbal medicine is extremely well established to maintain good health. Many people, including the people from Europe or North America nowadays, consume medicinal herbs. So these medicinal herbs and medicinal plants are now well known to we all people. Now those people that is from the European countries, it was known that we all know that they were towards the allopathy. But because now the people have understood the importance of herbs and the naturopathy, then they again are studying the herbal medicines. So the medicines originated from the plants are now becoming more popular. So before going to the medicinal properties of certain plants, I will just show you some of the plants which are see here. You can just see there are two plants I have shown, two types of plants I have shown. The right hand side, that is with the red colored flowers plants, those plants are known as the Saraka Ashoka, and the other plant, that is the Polyalthia longifolia. These are the Polyalthia longifolia and Saraka Ashoka. These are the scientific terms, but in Marathi or normally we call them as Ashok plant. So you can just see that Polyalthia, when I'm saying that is the plant which is red, left hand side of mine, and which has the drooping leaves. Those plants are also known as the Ashoka plant, and this with the red flower also is known as the Ashoka plant. But it is different that actually we call the Polyalthia longifolia as the false Ashok, and this Saraka Ashoka is the Sitecha Ashok. That is, Sita Mai was sitting. You must be knowing the Ramayana, and the Sita Amma was sitting under the shadow of the Ashoka plant. So see the Saraka Ashoka, it gives shadow. So under the Saraka Ashoka, you can sit very nicely. So whenever such type of the term comes, the similar type of the term comes, we get confused with, and then we don't understand. If I tell you that use some leaves of Ashoka plant, then it may you may get confused which type of the Ashoka plant should be used. If the people are not knowing the Saraka Ashoka, and then they will use the leaves of the Polyalthia itself. So it would not be the perfect remedy for the disease, whatever the sickness you are having, right? So the Saraka Ashoka is actually having the medicinal property. It is used as for the tonic purpose, and also it is used for the bronchitis. So number of we'll talk about these plants separately again, but just I wanted to show how these plants are different than, even though they are named similarly. Okay, so when you are using the herbal medicine, you should be sure that the medicinal plants are up to this mark. Okay, so whichever the plants you are told to consume, you are making number of decoctions. In the pandemic also, we made number of decoction. We use number of plants, and it was not sure that if you are getting the plants are right up to the mark. Up to the mark, when I'm saying that you will have to collect the leaf or the flower or whatever the plant part you are using, that should be of that, with that constituents should be there. Okay, that is the chemical constitution should be there in those plants. Okay, so you should make sure that we are taking the similar plant. The similarly, see here the Terminalia arjuna and Terminalia tomentosa.
Ma'am, your voice is breaking.
Oh, yes.
Ma'am,
No, sir. Internet problem with you, madam. Sound is very perfect. Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. So, Terminalia arjuna, it is a Arjun plant. Okay, we call it the Arjun plant, and the Terminalia tomentosa, it is a kinjal. Okay, we call it as a kinjal. So you can just see there is difference between the appearance of these two. And when both of these plants, when we study these plants differently, even though their family is same, that is the Terminalia genus is same, but their species are different. They also shows different type of the medicinal properties. Okay, so these are actually, when I say these plants are used as a substitution or adulteration, so what happened is, because now there is more market for the herbal plants, and the industries, they cannot provide that amount, means that much amount to the market, then what they just refer to the adulteration or the substitution. So if the market is there for the Terminalia arjuna, then if they are not getting the Terminalia arjuna plant, then that is a part of the Terminalia arjuna, then they will just adulterate the plant with the tomentosa. Okay, so this happens in number of ways. See here, this is the Glycyrrhiza glabra, and the second one is, that is at the right hand side, it is Abrus precatorius. Okay, so when I say Glycyrrhiza glabra, that is the gestamoth. Gestamoth, you must be knowing, whenever you cough, you need to have the gestamoth at home. That is the rhizome of the gestamoth, that is the Glycyrrhiza glabra, should be there at our home, and you just have some powder of the Glycyrrhiza glabra along with the honey, then you will it will relieve your cough and colds. Okay, so similarly here the Abrus precatorius, when we call it as a gunj, you can just see the seeds, they are much attractive, red colored, means there are many colors actually, red and black, or white and black, or yellow colored seeds are also there. So we in Marathi we call it as gunj. But whenever, see, there is market for the rhizome of Glycyrrhiza glabra, but the Abrus precatorius also have similar type of the properties or similar type of the odor. So along with the Glycyrrhiza glabra powder, the powder of Abrus precatorius is also sold. Means it is a adulterant, or the mixture of these both is there in market.
Madam, without using the botanical long name, you just use the simple names because it's very
Okay.
okay.
Okay. So, okay. Now see here, there are two types of plants. Again, I'm showing, that is the Brahmi must be known, and the other one is the Mandukaparni. Okay. So the Brahmi, we all know it is good for our, it is good actually for the hair fall. Okay, mostly we use it for the hair fall, but Brahmi, it is also good to consume. We should consume it because see, the elephants mostly they like this Brahmi to consume, and they are long living animals. Okay, so if you consume the Brahmi, it enhances your life. Okay, but because such type of the plants are not there in proper amount, then the industries, what they does is they use this other type of the plant that is known as the Mandukaparni. You can just see how these leaves are. Okay, the leaves are with similar shape, but both are the different plants. So just I wanted to tell you, see here again the Bhui Amla. You can see the Bhui Amla. It is a type of wild plants anywhere, or we can say it is a weed. Okay, it is a weed, and these weeds are quite common, okay, around us. And here also they are much different than each other, but you need the Bhui Amla when I'm saying it is of left hand side. But instead of that, it is the Phyllanthus amaris, even though you said these terms should not be used, but I just wanted to tell you that there are some only similar type of the plants, but some of the specific characters are different, and then they shows the difference in their medicinal values given. Okay, so these are the plants where the adulterations can be seen. Okay, and then so be careful when I'm talking about the plants. Be careful that you are just dealing with the plants which I'm talking about. Okay, there should not be any adulteration. There should not be any alternation with the plant. Okay, and then you must have seen such types these plants which are on the screen. That is the akhada. Okay, I will not call the scientific names. I will just go to the local names, that is the aghada. And here this aghada, it is more, these plants are more in number during the month of when the Ganpati comes, whenever the Ganesh festival is there. Okay, so during that festival, where in the Rushi Panchami, the next day of the Ganesh Chaturthi, we use such type of the plants. Okay, so it has medicinal value. So on the Rushi Panchami, we need such aghada plants. The roots are used for the stomach disorders. Okay, the roots of these are used in the stomach disorders, and also seeds. They are cooked with the milk, and they are nutritious in nature. They have more protein content. Then the Vekhanda, you must be knowing. See, when I'm talking about these medicinal plants are from the grandma's pouch, Ajibai's batwa we would calling. Okay, so this is the Vekhanda. It is one of the most important plant or the plant part which is used in the grandma's pouch, and here the rhizomes are used in the epilepsy or the chronic diarrhea or the dysentery. So the stomach disorders are maintained with this Vekhanda, and also glandular and abdominal tumors are also these are the remedial for the this type of the diseases. Then Adulsa, okay, you can just see how they prominent leaf veins are there on these leaves. Okay, and the flower also is now these are flowering. You can see around us, and the leaves are fresh, dry, and they are used for the bronchitis and asthma. Whenever we have the cough and cold, just take decoction of these leaves. Then the leaf juice is used for the diarrhea, dysentery, and glandular tumor. Then leaves are also in the pyorrhea or bleeding gums. You can just chew the leaves if you have any type of the problem. Okay, they also fix the gums. Okay, then the bale. Okay, bale patra we always use, and so this is a bale. This is a fruit of the bale. Okay, and these the leaves are also treated for the diabetes and the asthma, and also it is used for the treatment of deafness, inflammation, or ophthalmia, means whatever the problem with the eyesight, also they are cured with this type of the leaves. Okay, then the unripe fruits are used on the diarrhea, dysentery, and stomach disorders. Okay, it is the fruit should be consumed either in the form of juice. You can prepare the juice and you consume it. It relieves in the heat, and also it is a good tonic for heart and brain. Then this is common plant. You must be knowing this. This is a porford, we call it as. The leaf juice is used in the to treat the burns concerns colic skin diseases, constipation, and also it is used as the purgative or anti-helminthic. Purgative means whenever if there is constipation, you can also use this. Okay, so it just recovers your stomach problems. Then Shatavari. Okay, you can just see the roots of the Shatavari. These roots are useful for the nervous disorders, again diarrhea and inflammation. Okay, then cough, bronchitis, such type of the disability. And the Shatavari, it is a good tonic for the woman. Okay, then the Apta. See, we distribute these apta leaves during Dasera. Okay, and why we distribute? Because we should store them, we should conserve them, such type of the plants. So it is a practice to keep these plants alive. Okay, so these plants are the bark of this plant is also used for the dysentery. Then the leaf juice is used on the diarrhea or anti-helminthic properties, and also these leaves are the Gogata, you must be knowing this. Nowadays, you can just see there is flowering on this Caesalpina mondulacella, sorry, this Sagargota plants even. Okay, those are there in the seed, and they are used for the just to cure the ear problems, whatever the ear problems we are having. And the seeds are also the disorders. It is not written here, but this is also used in the rheumatic pains. Okay, you just have the streakings of these seeds, and then you will have the full knees or whatever the joint pains, then it would cure that. Then the undi. If you are from Konkan, you must have seen this undi. Even this Bondulaka, the Sagargota also is there in the Konkan areas. Mostly in the seashore areas, these undi plants are seen. This leaf is leaves of the and wash your eyes just to get rid of any problems with the eyes, and the attractive eyes would be there if you are regularly washing washing with the water of the soaked leaves with this undi plants. Actually, these fruits, they yield a time. Okay. Mostly the machine engines are applied. So this is much common weed, that is the rui. Okay, and this rui, it is also used in the ringworm of the skin diseases. The latex, actually, if you detach any leaf, then the much latex comes out, and that is used in the ringworm and the skin diseases. Then this is a plant which is known as the tail palm. Okay, so you can just, it is fishtail palm actually. Fishtail palm, you can just see how this fishtail, what I mean by fishtail is, a leaf, it has the shape of fishtail. So it is known as the fishtail palm. And the nuts are used in the treatment of headache. Okay, the nuts. In Marathi, we call it as the ardha shishi. Mostly, it happens that your head starts aching at a definite time period, and if you apply these nuts on your headache, then it would give relief. Then the sadafuli, Bahar. The leaves are used in the treatment of the diabetes and also the menstrual disorders, that is the disorders for the woman. Then the leaves and the root extracts are used in the treatment of hypertension. Mostly the mental disorders we face, not the much low or nervous, then you can just have the water along with the leaves and the root decoction, then you will feel very fresh. Earlier I have shown the Brahmi plant to you. This is what the Brahmi is, and the leaves are used in the treatment of the leprosy, and also it is applied for the hair and in the hair oil, and also it is used as a sedative. It gives a sedative effect. Okay, so you can have a calm sleep along with the Brahmi. The cardwell, this is one of the plant, or it is one of the weed actually. You can get it anywhere. And it is used on the asthma, burns, and wounds. Okay, the mostly stem. You can just see the stem, how the stem are. They are just like our bones, how the bones are joined with each other. So it is also known as the heart zodi. So actually, they just if there is any fracture, you can apply this root powder and the root and the stem powder on those fractured part. Then it would if you have consumed the vegetable of bharangi, then these are the bharangi. This is also one of the type of weed actually. We don't plant it, but it is a weed. So the roots of this bharangi, it is used on the cough, asthma, bronchitis, hiccough, or tumors or skin diseases, and also the roots, the leaves are used for the application of ophthalmia. Then costus, you can just see the very red colored inflorescence or the flowering part. You will get the flowers are coming out of that red colored. पेव म्हणतात काही वेळेला त्याला. So it is a pave. We say pave footless. So at a time, all the plants, they just start flowering. Okay, so that is why we call it as a pave footler. So something has happened very suddenly. Okay, the rhizome of this is used for the constipation, also in the high cough, asthma, bronchitis, and anemia. We can use it. This is much familiar to us. Harad, and this harad, it is a treatment. It is that is abdominal ulcer also, jaundice, mental disorders, rheumatism. Whenever you are having any type of the injuries, then you apply this haldi on that injuries, right? So dried rice are used in the cooking also because it is antibacterial also. Okay, then why I have taken this is it is pungli. We call it as pungli. You must not be knowing this exocaria agalocha. It is fat. Okay, the leaf decoction is used on the epilepsy and applied on the ulcer, and the bark is purgative in nature. Okay, it is much attractive plant. Then umbar, you must have seen umbar, and see how beautiful the fruits are. Okay, the extract fruit, the fruit actually, if you open this, inside that you get very smaller type of the flowers. So actually you don't get any flower on umbar. Why? Because this is outer part is not actually the fruit. Inner side of that, there are much smaller flowers are present, and when the flowers mature, the fruits also are there. So if you have seen the anjeer, then similar to that, this umbar is there. So when you eat any anjeer, you have very smaller seed-like structures on that. So that seed-like structure, the similar way the umbar is there. So the fruit is used in the diabetes or leukoderma or monarchia. And also it is used on the skin wounds in the sprains or fibrosis. Okay, any type of the fibrosis are there, then also it is used. Then pimple. Okay, the pimple we call it as the pimple tree. You must be knowing this. Very commonly we have this. It is used as the astringent. Then it is antibacterial in nature. Then it has purgative property. The leaves and the shoots are shown down. So the leaves and the shoots, they are used in the purgative property, and also they are okay. Then the fruits are laxative and digestive. If you eat those fruits of this pimple, then pimple plant, then they are tasty enough, and they are used to treat the asthma. In the I'm from Konkan area, the kokum is there, okay, and you must be also using the kokum in the fish curries and all. So this this is a cardiotonic. So it is good for the cardiac problems. Then the fruits and the seed oil is used to cure the piles and abdominal disorders, and the seed butter. So inside that the oil but it is a butter-like structure, and that is also used to cure. It is actually used for the as the base of number of cosmetics. Okay, that seed butter is used as the base product for the cosmetics, and it is also used for the dysentery, mucus diarrhea, and fissures in the lips. So if you are having any cut on the leaf, seed butter. Then the Ananta leaf, if Ananta flower, you must have seen the Ananta plant. So the leaves and the fruits, they possess the antibacterial property. They are used to treat gundis, that is galgunda we call. Okay, then sitting, bleeding stools or burns and boils or wound, then you can just apply these leaves on the wounds. Okay, it relieves. Then also they shows flowers also have the essential oils. It has good smell. Now the flower, we get this type of the plants, forest of the coconut. Okay. Okay, it is koilami plant, and it is the tubers of this root, the tuberous roots are tonic and stomach tonic root with the milk, that is a sort of tonic, and it will improve your weight and your, what we can say, your skin. Even the wrinkles are also gone with this. Okay, then the stomachache, anthelmintic, and it is intensively. If you take in more amount, it is poisonous, but you should take in proper amount. Then it is used for the to cure the inflammation. Inflammation in the sense, something sometimes happens that in your internally you feel something some wounds in your stomach. Okay, so ulcer, bleeding, piles, white discharge, skin diseases, leprosy, indigestion, baldness. So it has many properties. Okay, this koilavi. Then the seeds are just to rheumatic. Sorry, it is the spelling mistake. It is for the rheumatic pains and the muscle relaxants. Okay. Then the roots are also used for to promote the labor pain. If during the delivery, if the woman is not having labor pain, then the roots are applied so that she will have the labor pain. Then Shivan. Okay, this is one of the plant. Again, is seen in the Kogat areas mostly. That is the Shivan. Then these the roots of these are one of the ingredient in the dashamula. Dashamula preparation, that is 10 types of the roots are used together. In that, this is one of the plant which is used. The fruits decoction are used in the fever and bilious effects. Okay. Then murud sheng. So I will not go in detail with the other terms which are not familiar with you. Okay, so this is the murud sheng. You can just see the pod which is having the twisting type of the effect on it. So the root and bark is used on the colic gastropathy, in the sense the stomach disorders, then diabetes, diarrhea, dysentery, it is used. The fruits are astringent, constipating, stomachache, or vermifuge, or urinary astringent. Okay, then okay, so if you are having any type of the stomach disorders, if there are many worms there, or you are having different type of the vomiting type of the feelings, if you are having, then you can just have this mood string. Then this is Ananta mood. This is also type of weed. We can see very easily. The roots are used in the pitta, burning sensation, leukoderma, leprosy, asthma, bronchitis, and the leaves are used on the wounds, vomiting, leukoderma. I said it earlier. The latex is used to treat the conjunctivitis. Then the kuda. You see the beautiful white flowers, kuda. The trunk and the bark is used for the amoebiasis. Again, the stomach disorders, but this disorder is very different than the other type. This amoebiasis means in our stomach we are having a type of flora, we can say. We are having some microorganisms, but sometimes what happens, those microorganisms may grow in more amount or may grow in much less amount. So that is the amoebas, and on that this is effective. So alcoholic extract of the root is used on the scabies. That is a skin disease again. So this is Aizora, this is Okboki. We call it as in Marathi Okboki, and how beautiful the flowers are. The roots of these flowers are used on the hiccup. Utski लागते म्हणतात, utski. Okay, so on that this the roots are used. Then the fever, diarrhea, dysentery, chronic disorders, or the skin diseases, we use such type of the almost all leaf parts are used of this plant. Then dinda. Yes, you can see how the fruits we are having much tiny fruits are there. Okay. Then the young leaves are used in the treatment of vertigo. Okay, vertigo, you must be knowing.
No.
It is a type of painful disease. That is, once you have this vertigo attack, you will not see anything. So like that. So this dinda is used on such type of the vertigo. Then the roots are used on the treatment of diarrhea, dysentery, ulcer, and skin diseases. The Michaelia champaka, nowadays the flowering is going on, and we can just use these roots and the root bark, that is the skin of the root, to treat the constipation, um, amnorrhea or dysamenorrhea. Then stem bark is used on the fever, cough, bronchitis, cardiac disability. Then the fruits used on the psoriasis. Fruit seeds also used on the psoriasis. Then the flowers are used on the cardiotonic or stimulant, antiplasmotic or stomachic in nature. Means stomachic in the sense, again the stomach disorders if there are. Then the barthondi, you can just see the fruit. It has many openings, so it is known as the barthondi. So the root bark is used on the hypertension or lumbago. Okay. Then the leaf decoction on the dysentery, diarrhea. The fruits are used again on the cough, dysentery, and uterine hemorrhage. If in uterus you are having any type of the hemorrhage, then. So see here the fruits are seen. If you have seen such type of the fruits, they are known as the khaskuili. Okay, khaskuili in the sense you have irritation with the touch with this type of the fruits. Okay, but these fruits are we should not touch these fruits because they shows the irritation, but inside those the seeds are there, and the seeds are also much effective mostly on the rheumatic pains. Okay, so see the roots are on the constipation, then dropsy, ulcers, and the fever. The leaves are used in the inflammation again. Then the seeds are used as laxative, antiemetic, and tonic. So as a tonic, we can use these seeds, and it is not in here, but it is also good for the on the rheumatic pains. Then prajakta. Okay, prajakta you must be having around you. So the leaves are treated on the chronic fever, bronchitis, asthma, cough, constipation. The flowers are used in the treatment of dyspepsia. Then grayness of hair, baldness. The seeds are used on scurvy, baldness, effect or the affection of the skull. So just to treat on the baldness, mostly these prajakta flowers and the seeds are used. This is our very dear one, that is the tulsi, and the leaves are used on the cough and cold, the asthma, bronchitis, then lycoderma, then ophthalmia, then the ringworm and the skin diseases. Then amla, everyone should consume this amla. One amla a day at least you should have in any form. So the fruits are used for the treatment of peptic ulcers, skin disorders, leprosy, anemia, jaundice, diarrhea, cardiac disorders, and it is a good source of vitamin C. So each one should have this at least one fruit a day in any form, either in the form of either it is a fresh one or in the form of any that we get the amla candy or amla supari, any you should have it. Then the we call it as, and the latex is used for the ulcers and scabies. The piper nigrum, kali miri, we call it as, this is the green one, and we then dip in the hot water, and then you just dry it, so it becomes black then. So the fruits are used on the diarrhea, vomiting, colic disorders, and the fruit powder is used to cure the toothache. Even we use it in one of the in our kitchen. Okay. Then piper longum, that is a pimpri. Pimpri we use the roots, and the fruits are used for the diarrhea, indigestion, jaundice, then asthma, cough, then hoarseness of the voice. Means sometimes your voice will not be normal then also. Earlier I have shown this false Ashok. Okay, this is not the true Ashok, it is a false Ashok. You can see it has drooping leaves, sorry, it has drooping leaves, and but the bark is used on the fever, diabetes, and hypertension. This is guava or the Peru, we call it as the leaf, the fruit juice is of course used for the treatment of diarrhea, stomachache, dysentery, cough. Then along with salt water, if you take, it will give the, it would treat your toothache. If you are having any toothache, then the leaves of this Peru should be consumed. Then also the leaves and the roots are also used in the indigestion. This Peru is also one of the good source for the C vitamin. Then Sarpagandha. Okay, Sarpagandha, the roots are, this is a very small and tiny plant, and we get it in a wild type only. We don't actually plant at our nearby, but it has very nice properties. The roots are used in the high blood pressure, and also it is good for it is good remedy for the snake bite. The leaf juice is used for the treatment of corneal opticity of the eyes. If you are having any eye problem, then this is a kandar. See, you must not be having I don't know from where you are from, but this is also seen near the seashore, that is in the Ishunan area. Why I have taken this plant? See, you are having, you can see the longer type of the pods are there. Okay, and these pods are nothing but their new generation. Okay, the seeds are germinated on the plant itself, and then they are dropping them down, and because there is a saline water, that is the sea water around, so the plant will not otherwise survive. So the plant takes care of their child, that it will grow up on the plant itself, and then they will drop it down, and then it will survive. So the bark of this plant, it is used for the hemorrhages. Okay, that is along with the blood, whatever the problems comes, that is the blood hemorrhage is treated with this bark, and also it is used for the diabetic, anti-diabetic in nature. Then Eranda, it is also around us. The oil is extract and it is purgative in nature. So also in jaundice, we get the decoction, or sorry, the juice of these leaves is applied, is consumed on the to cure the jaundice. Okay, then the bark is also used on the rashes and the skin inflammation. Then pilu, this is also it is a pilu, but the salvadora, it must be the known name. We use, see, there are many herbal toothpaste we must be knowing, and these herbal toothpaste are along with this salvadora. Okay, whenever you see that the stick of the plant itself is chewed by number of people. Okay, mostly in the UP area, those people what they does is they just take the stick of this plant, and then they just brush their teeth like that. So this is the salvadora, this is the plant actually, and the leaves are used for the treatment of the asthma, bronchitis, cough, pain, painful tumors, scurvy, constipation, and the leaves are fruits are stomachache, purgative, digestive, and the last one, that is the young twigs are used as the toothbrush. Then this is Rita, must be knowing. This is I just go somewhat faster. The fruits are used for the ailment of asthma, diarrhea, cholera. This is also one of the plant I have shown again earlier. This is what the Sittecha Ashok. Okay, so you can just imagine that the Sita Maya is sitting there under the shade of this plant. Okay, so this is the true Ashoka, and this Ashoka plant has many effective treatments. The bark is used on the fever, burning sensation, then the colic ulcers, then menopause also in the pimples, then the leaf juice is also treated on the stomach, whatever the stomachic problems we are facing with. Then the dried flowers are used on the diabetes and hemorrhages, or the even on the dysentery. So sorry, dysentery. And the seeds are used on the to treat the bone fractures. Okay. Even in market, that Ashoka Rishta is prepared from good remedy for the it is used as a tonic, but it is a good for the cured by this Ashoka Rishta. So these are some references. Thank you. So I'm finished with. So if you are having any, please.
Now the session is open for discussion.
Yeah.
I request participants, please, if they have any query or want to share something, please come.
I know it was must be much hectic because there are many new terms. Those who are from these areas must be knowing these plants.
You can close PPT, madam, and you share this with me. I will share in the group because so many medicinal uses are there and plants
Yes,
are
yes.
favorable to us. Okay, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Now the participants are requested to unmute themselves and discuss with the resource person, madam.
हेलो नमस्ते मैडम।
Namaste.
मैडम मेरा एक सवाल है, जो आपने ये तो जो भी आपने प्रेजेंटेशन दिया, ये हमारा प्राचीन काल से ही इसका उपयोग होता है, इसमें कोई
जी।
दो राय नहीं है। बहुत ही खूबसूरती हिसाब से प्रेजेंट किया और इसको हमने कहीं छोड़ दिया है आज के इस भागदौड़ में। हम रेडीमेड में ज्यादा विश्वास रखते हैं, मेरा ऐसा मानना है। मेरा ये एक सवाल है मैडम कि बहुत सारे जो पौधे थे हमारे खेतों में जो होते थे, किसानों के यहाँ होते थे, अब वे विलुप्त हो गए हैं। यानी कहीं ना कहीं अब वो या तो केमिकल के छिड़काव से खत्म हो गए हैं और वो नजर नहीं आते। क्या कहीं इन पर भी कुछ कार्य किया जा रहा है, शोध, कि वो पौधे वापस उगाए जा रहे हैं? कि हमारे टाइम में बहुत सारे पौधे होते थे और अब वो कहीं दिखाई नहीं देते और बहुत औषधि गुण होते थे।
We have started collecting the wild type seeds. Every plant has its own property. So each and every plant, even not only the plants but the crops, means the crops also comes in the plants, but the rice plants, even the nagli, that is, you must be knowing the nagli, nachni we call it in Marathi. So ragi, or there are number of millets which are not used now them because they are having much more properties. And also you must have seen last time when my presentation was there, I said about the women in environment. So number of there, you must have heard about the popre. She is the mother.
थोड़ा हिंदी का भी प्रयोग कीजिए मैडम उनके साथ, अगर कोई साइंटिफिक टर्म्स है तो।
Local seeds and they can generate it. And now we are, we are in that part also. Yes, most of the farmers. Something was written there. Yes, I will. Yes, anybody?
शायद मेरा नेटवर्क की समस्या है, ठीक से मुझे अंत में कुछ समझ में नहीं आया। हो सकता है नेटवर्क इशू रही।
जी
तो
नहीं सर।
आप
अच्छा, आप
नहीं मैडम, आपका ही आवाज कट हो रहा
मुझे
है.
यही बोल रहे थे ना कि जो अभी जो हमारे पहले तो अभी यूज में नहीं है, तो हम वापस ट्राई कर रहे हैं कि उनको जिनके पास भी वो सीड्स रहेंगे वो सीड्स हम इकट्ठा कर रहे हैं. केमिकल फर्टिलाइजर्स अप्लाई बहुत किए हैं एंड बिकॉज ऑफ द फर्टिलाइजर्स में बहुत सारे प्लांट्स हैं वो अभी मर गए जो काम नहीं कर सके.
उनसे का सवाल था कि उसको मतलब कुछ सिलेक्शन किया जा रहा है क्या, मतलब उनको वापस लाने के लिए कुछ ऐसा कार्य किया जा रहा है, ये भी सवाल था. ठीक
जी कल किया.
धन्यवाद मैडम.
My internet connection is not there.
Yes.
I'm having any problem with.
Yes, every sentence is breaking one.
Participant. Hello.
Yes. Hello.
Hello, good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, sir.
Dr. Santosh here, yeah. Madam, a wonderful presentation today and wonderful aspects you have placed. The very important thing, that we have to understand over here that the species, they look alike, very much close to each other. So identification is one thing what I feel. Even we are having this kind of plants in our garden. We have to be very careful about selection of these species. That is what I feel. And another thing, what I think the previous participant was talking about, that the purity and the soil purity, the environment purity is also very essential for cultivation of such a kind of plants. So there must be some herbal, what we can say, farming or something like that. And another very important thing, definitely this is a kind of a asset what we are having, the plants and the fruits and the roots and the seeds and the bark, everything we can use. Another very important thing I learned, that tribal population, still they are using this kind of tribal medicines. And mind you, patients are getting better. So nowadays, there is an agitation that we should learn those plants also. So today's presentation was really wonderful, madam. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Sir, because we are not having much more knowledge about this type of the plants, what happens is number of people from the other countries. See, you must have heard about the narkia plants. I don't know if you are knowing about the narkia. It is called in Marathi. I mean, in Maharashtra, it is a plant where it was much more means in abundance in the Sahyadri region. But what happened is number of other people, that is the industry from the Chinas, they came over here and they asked the people to give the leaves of such type of the plants, and because they were getting only two.
के बारे में वो दिनचर्या में काम आने वाली है। मैं बस इतना जानना चाहता हूँ कि ये जो मेडिसिन है उनकी गुणवत्ता को हमारी हवा में जो पोल्यूशन है और हमारी मिट्टी की गुणवत्ता कम हो गई है, इनका कुछ फर्क पड़ता है या नहीं?
फर्क पड़ता ही है, फर्क तो पड़ेगा ही, लेकिन फिर भी ऐसा नहीं है कि बिल्कुल करना नहीं है, ऐसा नहीं है।
Thank you, Prashant Gogate sir, all the participants from my college and other college like Gangne sir, David sir, Professor N.B. Chaudhary sir, Syed sir, and today's resource person, Dr. Sonali Kadam madam. The topic which she has covered, most plants we have seen around us, what are its medicinal uses, which part of that plant can be consumed, where it can be used. You said all the secrets of the Ajivaita Bhatwa as you have said. Basically, we have come from a rich, natural, healthy atmosphere surrounding area. It's natural one for a student like you to study more and more for this forest and greenery. The plants may be wild or any. You also studied the medicinal uses and also give a message to all that to conserve these plants, these seeds for next generation. Most plant were vanished, so we have to protect it. We have to research it, and we can do some healthy practices with us by using this variety of plants, those which are around us. Thank you, madam. Its topic was very useful, and I am just feeling the my imagination that why the Corona period was started like this, because the decoctions are so that all were used in that period, and similarly these plants are very useful. Hope all the participants, those who are joined here, they can use and may do some research in that. I served 25 years in the tribal area, as one of the participants have said that most tribals, Shukla sir have said that most tribals are using such plants. Really, these are very powerful. And as you have said that some physical appearance and something changed because of the atmosphere. सो दैट हैपन, बट मेडिसिनल प्लांट जो उसमें गुणधर्म है वो मैक्सिमम कायम रहते हैं। बहुत ही अच्छा टॉपिक, सभी के समझ में आने वाला और सभी की यूजफुल आपका टॉपिक हुआ। भविष्य में भी आप ऐसे ऐसे टॉपिक पे जो सबके लिए यूजफुल हो, ऐसे टॉपिक पे यहाँ निमंत्रित है। आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद मॅडम, क्योंकि रत्नागिरी, सह्याद्री, कोकण हा जो एरिया आहे, हा जो प्रदेश आहे तो रिच आहे. त्यामध्ये तुम्हाला ह्या बऱ्याच गोष्टीचा अभ्यास करायला मिळतोय, सर्वांना सांगण्यासाठी मिळतोय. खूप खूप आभार मॅडम आपले. धन्यवाद. थँक्यू सर. आता मला ऐकू येत नाही.